Welcome back, my Planet Coaster friends. Johnny5 Alive here, and in today's episode, we're going to be kind of finishing up our primitive train station, and by that I mean we're going to be putting snow on it and decorating it a little bit and covering it with Yetis, because a Yeti train station wouldn't be a Yeti train station without a bunch of Yetis. So stay tuned and let's check it out. Alright, let's just dive right into it. This is going to be a quick episode because it was just, I guess, residual footage left over that we couldn't squeeze into the last episode, and I was looking at the footage, and what comes after this is building our last train station, the Ice Castle. So the next episode after this is actually going to be, I guess I'm going to turn it into a Let's Build. It might be a 1 or 2 part. I don't really know. Based off the footage, I can't really tell right now. But it should be just as exciting. It's going to be a Yeti Land Let's Build because it is for Yeti Land. But it's also going to be a Let's Build nonetheless. So hopefully you guys will learn something from it. And we'll have some fun. So this one is going to be probably like a 10-minute or less video. And yeah, it's just going to be a pretty quick one. We're just adding some snow, some final touches to our Yeti Land station, and then putting some Yetis on it. So, yeah, I wanted to add little touches of snow to make it feel a little bit, you know, it should have snow on it because this is Yeti Land. So I wanted to give it a little bit more character. So the default blueprint that we uploaded can be found on the Steam Workshop now. There was a link to the download in the last video in the description. So go check that out if you want to download the station that you're seeing here. The version with the Yetis is not going to be a blueprint. It's going to be custom fitted to our map. However, when you download Yeti Land Scenario or Final Park, you will be able to access it with the Yetis. So we're just gonna have some fun here, posing different Yetis. I put the guy with the snowman on top, like he's gonna throw a snowman off. I got a guy hanging from a hook there. Figured I could use the snowball guy and make him falling off the backside. Have some Yetis hanging off of it. I wanted it to be somewhat cool, like if you're coming in as a rider, I want the perspective to be like you're going underneath all these Yetis, so having them hanging over the tracks, hanging them over the entryway and all that stuff gives you a little bit of a better perspective and makes you feel like you've really embarked into the Yeti's territory. So this one's like right in the station, as he's almost like the, what do you call it, the station manager. I don't know the name for it, the term. The conductor or whatever. So you come into the station and there's a big giant Yeti as you're boarding on and off. There's Yetis all around. There's a guy in the front shoveling snow. He's just trying to help the guests out a bit, just clearing off the snow. I like the big shouting guy, so we put him on the top, kind of screaming at the top of his lungs. These hanging guys that we used for the ropes was a good opportunity to use them on these different posts and stuff. Worked really well, and gives you a nice view coming in of all these different Yetis. Figured I could have one swinging, just having some fun there. Yeah, it's a fun little quick episode, but I think adding in all these Yetis really makes this station have a lot more character. So that was the intention from the beginning, and I think the default one is pretty good still, but it's just not the same without the Yetis after you see the final result here. I want to have a couple guys or one of these guys just sitting on top, chilling, swinging his feet, just hanging out. They're all just having fun. It's Yeti Land. That's what it's about. It's all about fun. So yeah, I thought this was a fun little idea here. I was like, what if I have one like inside the skull? So poking his face out of one of the eyes. I ended up just deleting that arm and it worked. You can't really tell anyways. I thought that was kind of neat. His face poking out. probably just searching through items, trying to come up with different ideas. And then I take... Oh, that's what I was doing. I was looking for the skull. I think their filtering and naming system is pretty bad at times. Sometimes like that's a building piece, but that really feels like a prop to me. I feel like the building pieces should only be walls, roofs, and that sort of thing. I really hate how there's so many props or scenery pieces that should be listed in the scenery section, but they're in the building section of this game. It's quite frustrating in my opinion. Like I said, I really feel like all it should be in the building section is your basic building pieces, and then when you're ready to start decorating your walls, your roofs, your floors, all that stuff, that's when you would go into the scenery tab and look for those things. So half the time when I have an idea and I'm like, I know there's a shovel in this game, and the shovel is like listed under buildings, you know, sometimes you just miss pieces, and you know, for that reason, there's a lot of things that I still don't really know are in the game. I keep seeing people putting things, I'm like, I didn't know that existed in certain spotlights that we do. And then I realize it's a prop or a scenery piece that's listed under building pieces. So when you're building these things, be sure to, you know, study the building blueprints pretty good, because there's going to be a lot of hidden things under there. So I'm just double checking to see if we have a good amount of Yetis here. So there it is. I was pretty happy with it, so I decided to slow the camera down to give you guys a panning shot, because we were at 6x speed. Everything was going pretty quickly, and now you can actually take a better look at all of them for yourself. They're all posed on there. We didn't get too many, but I think it's enough. We don't want to overburden it, but we want it to have a lot of character, especially because the train comes in that way, right? That's the side it comes in. So it's going from right to left. So we have like 3 Yetis, and the other one's throwing a snowman. So you get a big view of all the Yetis coming in, and you catch a couple shots coming out. So taking a look at it at nighttime, I really like how the Yetis really light up. We put a little bit of work into lighting this thing and making it nice. So I'm pretty happy with the way it all looks with the Yetis on top, especially that orange one at the top. And that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like, please be sure to like. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of this episode down in the comments below. And stay tuned for the next episode, because we're going to be doing a Let's Build Ice Palace. Alright, see you guys.